When a loved one is diagnosed with cancer, adults carry a heavy weight. They have to process the reality of the illness for themselves while also figuring out how to explain it to the children in their lives. The natural instinct is to protect kids by staying silent, but children notice when schedules change and adults whisper. And when we leave them in the dark, they fill in the blanks with their own worst fears. We often feel pressure to have the perfect conversation that takes away all their worry at once. That is impossible. The true goal is simply to build a foundation of trust. Instead of delivering one long, overwhelming lecture, we can unfold the truth slowly. We start a conversation today that leaves the door open for another conversation tomorrow. We do not need perfect words. By offering simple honesty instead of silence, we take a terrifying unknown and turn it into a manageable reality that the family can face together. The easiest way to start this conversation is to find out where your child is already starting from. Ask them what they have noticed lately, or if they have heard the word cancer before. This diagram shows what cancer is: a neat row of normal cells doing their jobs, with a few crumpled, irregular cells mixed in. A solid boundary line separates these irregular cells from the human figure, proving cancer cannot cross over. It is not contagious. Once we share those basic facts, we pair them with what comes next. A helpful approach is truth plus the next right thing. We state the diagnosis, and then we share the immediate next step in the doctor's plan. How much detail we share depends on the child's age. For very young children, we stick to highly concrete facts. We keep the details minimal, focusing on what they will actually see, like explaining the medicine might make mom or dad feel very tired. School-aged children can handle slightly more detail. We can explain specific side effects of the treatment, like hair loss, while making sure they know they can ask questions whenever they feel confused. Teenagers require a different approach, based on respect and collaboration. We share what we know, admit what we don't know, and let them choose how much information they want moving forward, and from whom. Adapting our words to fit what a child can process at their specific age ensures they feel respected. Providing information they can actually handle builds a strong bridge of trust. Treatment brings a new challenge: the mystery of the hospital. When a parent goes away for long appointments, children left at home can feel confused or even jealous of the attention the patient receives. We remove that mystery by breaking the day down into predictable steps. This flowchart maps out exactly what happens: check in at the desk, get labs in a test tube, see the doctor, receive IV treatment, and finally come back home. Bringing a visual of the clinic directly to the child helps even more. Showing a simple photo of the waiting room or treatment chair replaces the scary, unknown space in their imagination with a normal, well-lit room. Kids will ask questions about these visits, and adults often panic when lacking the answers. It is perfectly healthy to say, "I don't know, let's write that down and ask the doctor together." That models how to learn. Adults also worry about crying in front of their kids, but when you show your sadness and then demonstrate how you cope by taking deep breaths or going for a walk, you teach your child that big feelings are safe in your home. Eventually, you may face the hardest question of all: will they die? We handle this by explaining that doctors are trying treatments, and sometimes those treatments work, and sometimes they fail. We tell the truth about where we are right now, without making guarantees we cannot keep. When we let children see us navigate confusing medical realities and process our heavy emotions, we give them explicit permission to safely process their own fears. Beyond the hospital, a diagnosis immediately disrupts the logistical rhythm of home life. Suddenly, work schedules shift, school pickups change hands, and bedtimes happen at different hours. The most effective way to counter this chaos is to protect your daily routines. Keeping everyday patterns as steady and predictable as physically possible gives a child an anchor. Many families feel pressure to make up for the illness by manufacturing perfect special days. You can let that pressure go. A simple pancake dinner or 10 minutes of reading together provides all the connection a child needs. When logistics do have to change, clear communication is the answer. Tell the child exactly who is picking them up tomorrow and remind them of the routines that will stay exactly the same. There is no flawless, step-by-step handbook for navigating a family illness, But if you can offer a child consistent truth, emotional warmth, and the safety of familiar routines, you are providing the most powerful support they could ever need.